Hello and welcome to Elecspo, and finally the time for talking is over. Euro 2020 is finally upon us. We've had the qualifications, we've had the tournament delayed. A year later, Euro 2020 is finally set to take place in the summer of 2021 across 11 different cities. Is that how many it was meant to be before? Was it 12? Or I'm not really sure. A lot's changed. A few of the stadiums have been changed because of COVID, but finally it is here. Euro 2020 kicks off this week. It kicks off on Friday night with Italy versus Turkey. And just like every YouTuber on this godforsaken planet, I am bringing you my Euro 2020 predictions because I'm sure you're desperate to know who I think will conquer between Hungary and Portugal. Probably won't be Hungary. Anyway, here we go. These are my Euro 2020 predictions for this summer. Let's go. Right, so this is actually easier than I thought it was going to be because on the UEFA website you've actually got a tournament predictor where you can put who you're going to think is going to come top, second, third and fourth, and then it'll work it out for you perfectly. It's an absolute dream. I thought I was going to have to do sums, work out actual scores, but no, it's going to be an absolute piece of piss. I've got my 8 groups here, as you can see, but I mean, these are just provisional. I might change them. We'll start at the top. We'll start with Group A because, you know, alphabetical order and all that. And at the minute, I've got Italy coming top. I'm quite interested to see Italy. You know, as a very patriotic Englishman, I'm representing me Italy top here. Don't know why. I haven't actually got an England top. I think the last England top I got was from, God, like 2012 maybe. I just don't buy England tops anymore. I like Italy. By the way, I think they'll come top of the group. You know, they're back at a major tournament. Were they at the World Cup? No, they didn't. They didn't make the 2018 World Cup, did they? That's right. They are back. They've got an exciting squad, a few young players. They've got goal scoring Immobile. I'm interested to see Italy. Mancini, great manager, suave looking bloke. It's going to be a competitive group, this one, I think, but Italy should have enough to come top. Now, everyone else seems to be thinking Turkey are going to do well. Yes, when you look at Turkey, they've got some good players, Soyuncu, Demiral, Çalhanoğlu, a Burak Yilmaz, who's just rolling back the years despite being 35 years old, guiding Lille to the title. But Switzerland have just got a knack of doing decent things at a tournament. They always make it through the groups, get to the first knockout round. And I think that's what will happen here. I think Switzerland will come second. I always hate watching Switzerland. You watch them, they've got some nice little players and Granit Xhaka, but they just can't score goals. Haris Seferovic, I don't know how he always gets in the squad, because genuinely I think I've seen him score about once in his whole career. Braden Bolo always fails to deliver up to the hype, even though he's always been amazing on FIFA for about 5 or 6 years. And then they're just relying on Xherdan Shaqiri banging in an overhead kick. But I think they'll be able to get through in second place. Turkey, I think they'll come third. Will they make it through to the knockouts? We will decide that in a bit. And unfortunately for the Welsh, I've got them rock bottom of this group. Euro 2016 was all about Wales. I was a little bit harsh to them in the Football Manager prediction video because I think I was saying they were overhyped. But I mean, I was very well aware of the irony as an Englishman. But I mean, Wales, amazing to reach a semi-final. They came so close to a European Championship final. It was wildly impressive. They had the nation behind them, and then they fell to the eventual winners, Portugal, which isn't a bad place to be. In this instance, I just can't say it. On paper, in places, they've got a better squad. You know, you've still got Gareth Bale, you've still got Aaron Ramsey, but they're not quite as good as they were 5 years ago. You've got Harry Wilson coming through, Dave Brooks, Daniel James. They haven't got the leadership of Ashley Williams at the back. I don't know, it just doesn't seem quite as right. There's obviously managerial issues. Rob Page is going to be the manager. And unfortunately for the Welsh, I think they will come rock bottom. So we're going to leave that as it is. Italy and Switzerland going through, and Turkey with the potential to go through as one of the best placed third teams. On to Group B, Belgium have got it pretty good here. This could be Belgium's last chance as a golden generation to win something. Perhaps at the World Cup in Qatar next Christmas or whenever it is. But Belgium should romp this group. Denmark, Finland and Russia. Belgium should be going through this with 9 points. I know De Bruyne is probably going to miss the first game because Antonio Rudiger gave him an absolute massive clothesline in the Champions League final. But they should still have enough. They've still got the Hazard brothers. Lukaku's in red hot form for Inter Milan. They should have enough. Belgium, I was going to say I want to watch, but I mean they're one of the favourites of the whole damn tournament. Elsewhere in this group I think going to be interesting. Denmark should be the second best team in this group. Some good players, Christian Eriksen, Kasper Schmeichel, Anders Christensen. Then it's a toss-up between Finland and Russia for third and fourth. I've put Russia in fourth, even though they did brilliantly at the World Cup in 2018. But I mean, in places, it's the same squad, and these players are just so much older, and they were already so old at the World Cup. I don't know how they did so well at the World Cup, but surely it's not going to be able to happen this time. And I'm going to put Finland to come third. The feel-good factor, they've got Teemu Pukki, Glenn Kamara. I mean, I'm just naming players here. But I'm going to go for it. Finland to come third in Group B. Russia finishing rock bottom. On to Group C. Group C is a difficult one to call again after the Netherlands. Surely the Dutch have got to come top. I mean, are the Dutch any good this time? They've had years of disappointment, underwhelming. They haven't really kicked on since the likes of Ian, Robben and Schneider packed it all in. They're missing Van Dijk, but when you look at the squad, it's great in places. Wijnaldum, Depay, Matthijs de Ligt, Stefan de Vrij. Have they got a goal scorer? The Wolfsburg lad, Weghorst, he's going to be one to watch. Can he get the goals? I'm going to have a little quick look at the Dutch squad actually. Where Frankie de Jong, of course. There are some really exciting players. They're going to be a fun team to watch, I'd like to think. And they should be able to make it through this group in top spot. The rest of the group is a little bit of a conundrum. I've got Ukraine finishing second. And North Macedonia third. I mean, all I know about North Macedonia is Goran Pandev and Alioski from Leeds. But when we watched Austria the other night against England, they were absolutely crap. They were just kicking lumps out of Jack Grealish and all the boys. It was honestly, it was like Royal Rumble or something, the way they were just kicking them up a height every chance they got. But, I mean, they have got Marcel Sabitzer, he's a good little player. They just didn't look like they had goals in the team. So Group C, Netherlands top spot, Ukraine second, North Macedonia third, and Austria rock bottom. And we move on to Group D. Group D is the one we're all interested in. England versus Scotland. It's Euro 96 all over again. Will there be a Gaza moment? Will there be a penalty save? Oh, it's going to be... I'm absolutely dreading that game, to be honest, on the Friday. And I don't think England will win the group. There's a lot of banana skins here. Croatia, the team that knocked England out of the World Cup in 2018. Scotland, the big rivals. It just seems destined to go wrong. Czech Republic could be the whipping boys of this group. But I'm going to go with Croatia to come top. My thinking is England and Croatia draw at the weekend. Croatia should win their other two games. And that'll put them top spot. I think England and Scotland, I can see that being a draw, you know. 1-1, 2-2 maybe. I don't think there'll be a winner. And both of them should be able to beat the Czech Republic. So that would mean England comes second with 5 points. And Scotland come third. Czech Republic's the one to... I mean, no one's back on Czech Republic. That Scotland-Czech Republic game is going to be absolutely huge. Is that on Sunday as well? I mean, I'd imagine it is. Very excited for that one. Scotland have got some exciting players. Billy Gilmore. They've even got Che Adams playing up front suddenly. I mean, struggle at Southampton. But thanks to Scotland, it'll all go right for them. I mean, so many midfield options as well. I mean, we're talking about the left-backs. They've got Kieran Tierney, Andy Robertson. It's centre midfield. They've got a plethora of talent. Scotland, for the first time in a long time, have got some really exciting players. Could they do what Wales did in 2016? I mean, the one thing they're missing is a player as good as Bale, a talisman who can drag them through games in those gritty moments. But I think they're going to be fun to watch. I think this is going to be an exciting tournament for Scotland. But I think they'll just come third behind England. We move on to Group E, and Group E is a very interesting one. And as you'll notice, I'm not going to change this. I've got Spain down in third. Spain just aren't the force they once were. When you look at that squad, it's just... What did you think I was doing?
I thought you were like voice recording yourself.
Well, I am.
Oh yeah?
Well, no, but...
Oh, but videoing as well.
Yeah.
How long will you be?
Don't know, I'm up to Group E.
Huh?
I'm up to Group E.
Can I just give you those to check?
If you want.
Thanks. Bye, I love you, I'm sorry.
Bye. Christ, man. You see all these top YouTubers with flash studios, microphones, great lighting. I'm just sat next to a window next to the tumble dryer, passing in washing. What an absolute shambles this channel is. Anyway, where was I? Group E. Alright, Spain coming third. Squad isn't the same as what it was. I mean, these aren't the golden days of when they were winning World Cups and European Championships. It's just, there's just not there to get excited, really. I mean, and they've had the problems with COVID in the build-up. It just seems destined to fail. So I'm putting them third, and then it's between Poland and Sweden. Poland were crap at the World Cup. Why were Poland so bad at the 2018 World Cup? They had a brilliant group. They had Japan, Colombia, and Senegal, I think it was. And they were rubbish. Lewandowski didn't even score a single goal. But I'm backing them to be better in 2021. I'm putting Poland top and Sweden second. Yeah, we'll go with that. And Group F. Group F's the one I'm not quite... Oh, do I change this or not? I mean, before I started recording, I had Germany top. I had no idea why I had that. It's the group of death. You feel sorry for Hungary. They're going to get their arses absolutely handed to them. I mean, imagine if Hungary get a point. What if little Hungary can go all the way and make it through this group? I mean, I know so little about Hungary. I thought Zoltan Giro was still going to be in the squad. Apparently he's not, never mind. The one I was excited to see was Dominik Szoboszlai, the lad who's signing for Leipzig, but he's withdrawn from the squad. So, I mean, Hungary are just, it's going to be an absolute siege. I mean, Germany hit 7 past Latvia in a warm-up game the other night. Could be similar scenes against Hungary. Portugal, all their attacking talent. And the French with their front three of Benzema, Griezmann and Mbappe. I mean, Christ, if you're Hungarian, I'd probably just put something else on. Maybe watch The Chase, put a film on or something. Christ, it'll be better than this. But then it's in the order of what they're coming. I mean, France have got to be the favourites for the whole damn thing, haven't they, right? Portugal are the holders, and if anything, they've got such a much better squad than they did 5 years ago. And Germany were rubbish at 2018 World Cup. They've been terrible the past few years. But, no, I'm going to go with that. France first, Germany second, and Portugal third, I think. So, and the 4 third best placed teams, I'll go with Turkey, Scotland, Spain, and Portugal. Don't know why I was hesitating there. I thought I'd already clicked them. So there we are. Those are my teams for the knockout stage. Let's go into the knockouts. Into the round of 16 we go. Right, Belgium, Spain. Pretty easy one for me. Got to be Belgium. Like I say, I'm not excited by this Spain squad. Don't think they've got an absolute hope in hell. Belgium, they'll want to be making the finals. It'll be a tough game in the round of 16 against Spain, but they should be able to make it through. Who will they play? Italy or Ukraine? Seems a good draw for Italy. See them going through. Come on, boys. I've got no Italy. Nothing. I've never even been to Italy. I had a pizza the other night. That's about as Italian as it gets. France versus Turkey. I mean, yeah, we've said about Turkey's exciting squad, but I mean, it's got to be France. It's got to be the world champions. England versus Sweden. A repeat of the World Cup quarter-final where England, they coasted past Sweden. Oh, that was a wonderful day. I was in Belgium watching that. It was an absolutely... Oh, the scenes were fantastic. We got booed for cheering England so much. And then England have got better since then. Got to be England going through the quarter-finals. Poland versus Scotland. Oh, that is a tasty game. Oh, can I back... No, I've got to be Poland, surely. Surely. Yeah, sorry Scots, but to get the second round is pretty good. I just can't see it going any further than that. Croatia versus Germany. That's an interesting game. And I'm going to go with the Germans. I mean, I know they've... Yeah, I'm going to go with Germany. I know people are saying they've gone in... No one's talking about Germany actually going at this. I know they've had the problems in the past few years, but I mean... They create more chances than Chelsea, so surely Timo Werner is going to score a few. And they've got other players who are going to score goals. The likes of Gnabry, Sane, Leon Goretzka. Surely it's got to... It's the last dance for Jurgi Low. Germany to get through the quarterfinals over Croatia. Now the tie of the round here... Netherlands versus Portugal. Oh, that is seismic. But I'm going to go with Portugal. That's a massive game. I mean, considering the Dutch have come top of their group and they've still got to play the third best placed team. And it's Portugal. Yeah, I'm going Portugal to go through. Portugal, an exciting team to watch this tournament. And then Switzerland versus Denmark. I'm pretty sure these play each other every major tournament. I mean, it's a flip of a coin who comes out on top. I'll go with Denmark on penalties, maybe. Denmark to make it through at the quarterfinals. So those are our quarterfinals. Belgium, Italy, France, England, Poland, Germany, and Portugal versus Denmark. Belgium, Italy. Oh, do I go with me head on me t-shirt? You know what it is? When I was doing a little trial run of this, I said Belgium, but now the camera's on, the lights aren't on, but Italy. Ciro Immobile is going to take Italy all the way to the semi-finals here. Sure, why am I saying surely? I mean, there's so many things that could go wrong in this, but yeah, Italy to make it to the semi-finals. Yeah, I'm going for it. And France versus England, I mean, it's, you know, it's not coming home. There's no way we can beat France. We might even struggle to get out of the group. No, the thing with England is, it's a hard-ish group, but should be able to make it through. And then we're on the tough side of the draw. We've got so many exciting players this time. I mean, it's a somewhat flawed squad in places. But no, I mean, France are just bordering on perfection. We're going to get absolutely hammered. Where will that game actually be if it was to take place? In St. Petersburg, so at least we're not being Wembley. We'll not be embarrassed on our home turf. No, sorry England, but football isn't coming home. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Do you think England are really going to do that well? I mean, will they even make the quarterfinals? I think that's where the road will come to an end. Poland versus Germany. Germany, I think, are an outside bet for this tournament. Poland, they'll be lucky to make the quarterfinals, but I think they'll come unstuck by a much greater team in Germany in the semi-finals. Then Portugal versus Denmark, got to be Portugal. At this point, Cristiano Ronaldo will be salivating at the thought of another European Championship. And he's got better players around him this time. He's not relying on bloody Eder. Christ, I think there's been so many random goal-scoring winning goal scorers rather, of European Championship final. There's him, Angelos Karasteas. I mean, dear me, this semi-final lineup is pretty damn hot. Italy versus France, Germany versus Portugal. Italy versus France, a repeat of the 2006 World Cup final. But in this instance, then it was Italy who conquered, won it on penalties. But there's no French figure who's going to nut Marco Materazzi and get sent off. So I'm going to go with the French to make it to the final. They're the World Cup holders. Squad's just as good this time. I'm putting them into the final. It'll be back-to-back finals for France. Obviously, they win the 2016 final. They were the massive favourites on home turf and they fell short. But this time, I think they're going to go to the final again. But who will they play? Germany or Portugal? Germany or Portugal? A lot of people seem to think Portugal are going to go far in this tournament. I mean, I do as well. I think they'll make the final four. It's the last dance for Germany. They've got Muller back. They've got Hummels back. I'm going to go for it, you know. Germany to make it to the final. That is... Oh, don't know why Is that an outlandish shout, really? I mean, it's a 50-50 toss of a coin. Aye, the Germans to break Cristiano Ronaldo hearts and give a win for Messi. Perhaps, I don't know. Setting up a final of France versus Germany. For me, there's only one winner. It has got to be France. In key moments in tournaments, you're relying on big game players, someone who can create something out of nothing. And France have just got so many of those players. Griezmann and Mbappe. Now they've got Benzema back. You've still got Pogba in midfield. And they've got a solid base at the back. Defences win championships. And the French have got that. They've got that solid base to build on. And the forward players should be able to absolutely just flourish. I mean, they've even got Olivier Giroud ready to come off the bench like he does every week, basically. For the Germans, I think they'll come short. I mean, quite a stretch saying they'll make it to the final. But France, I'm going with France to win it. I said they'd win it in 2016 and I was wrong. I lost about £10. I also said Griezmann would win the Golden Boot, so I lost a fiver there. But that doesn't matter, we all had fun. They didn't win it in 2016, but I'm going to say they're going to do it in 2021. There we have it. Those are my full tournament predictions for Euro 2020. The Football Manager simulation had Belgium doing it. They had Belgium versus the Netherlands in the final. I've got France versus Germany, and I've got the French coming out on top. France to win the World Cup and to follow it up with a European Championship. But what do you think will happen at the Euros? Let me know your predictions down in the comments below. Let me know what you think about mine. Let me know what you think. If I've said anything that's completely wrong, let me know. I'm dying to hear what you're thinking. But we will leave it there. I can't wait for this tournament to get kicked off on Friday. Italy versus Turkey. That should be a great game to start things. A little early prediction. I'm going to say Italy to win 3-1. But the whole tournament, I have got France going all the way. Come on, the Blues. We will leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo. And until next time, we will see you around.